Hello everyone. On behalf of Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, I welcome you all to the session on preparation of puff pastry. The ingredients required are refined wheat flour, sugar, salt, and water and puff fat. All the ingredients are weighed separately and kept. The puff fat is separated into two portions, one which is smaller portion which is 50 gram and the other one which is 500 gram for 1 kg of refined wheat flour. Initially, the dough is prepared with the smaller portion of puff fat. In this picture, you can see the ingredients are sequentially added to the planetary mixer, and then you can see finally the water is added. So you can see the spindle is very different from what we used for cake. The bowl is now inserted, and then the mixer is connected, and then the machine is turned on. So mixing is done to the extent the material does not stick to the sides of the bowl. It is approximately 10 minutes. The dough is then taken out, and then it is manually sheeted on a work table using a roller pin. So this manual sheeting is to about 8 mm thickness. So now you can see before sheeting, dusting is done on the work table using the refined wheat flour. So a roller pin is taken, and then it is pressed and rolled. So dusting is a very important thing because the material should not stick to the surface of the work table. So here it is uniformly sheeted, and then the remaining puff fat, which is 500 gram, is applied all over the surface, and the sheet is folded on all the sides. The ends are closed so that the fat does not leak out. You can see the ends are now closed on both the sides, after which it will be folded. So this is the manual sheeting, after which we will send it for dough sheeter, where the machine will sheet the dough. The folding is complete. Now you can see the manually sheeted dough is taken to the dough sheeter. This is the instrument which can sheet the dough. Here we will sheet the dough for 2 times. So sheeting and resheeting creates the flaky structure for the puff pastry. The conveyor is dusted, and also the surface of the manually sheeted dough is dusted, and the clearance of the dough sheeter is set, and then it is sent for the first time. So now the dough sheet is kept parallel to the conveyor, and then it is sent into the machine. Now again dusting is done, and then the sheet is kept perpendicular to the conveyor, and it will again be sent into the dough sheeter. Still, this is the first sheeting in the machine, after which second sheeting will be carried out in the similar way. So it will be folded similarly as we saw in the manual sheeting, and it will be dusted, and then second sheeting will be done now in the machine. After sheeting, the dough have to be rested, because during sheeting the solid fat would melt and then would ooze out from the dough. So to avoid that, resting is a process we carry it after sheeting the dough in the machine. So you can see second sheeting is completed in the machine, and this will be folded again in a similar way from the sides. Tips are closed, and then again the other two sides are folded, and this will be put into the freezer so that the fat solidifies. and the time is for half an hour. Meanwhile, what we do is we are going to prepare stuffings for puff pastry. So there are two types of stuffings, vegetarian based stuffings and then meat based stuffings. The major ingredients we usually use in India are onions, ginger garlic paste, and masalas like garam masala, coriander powder, chili powder, etc. So the ingredient we use are mixed vegetables or boiled chana or boiled potatoes. So this stuffing is prepared and is kept for cooling so that after resting the dough we can again process it and then the stuffs can be kept. So you can see the dough is now rested. Now final sheeting is done in the machine. So again similar process is carried out and we achieve a final thickness of 3 to 4 mm. This sheeted material is taken to the work table for cutting them into the required shapes and size. So using the roller pin, it is collected and then put on the dusted work table. Using pizza cutter, we are cutting them into required shape and size. Here we use 16 by 8 centimeter size, and then to avoid drying we are spraying them with water. So now stuffings are kept on the cut sheet of the dough and then now it is closed and pressed. So to have a glossy surface we can do egg wash. How it is done is the egg albumin is taken and then nicely beaten and then it has to be brushed on the surface. This would give a glossy appearance after baking. So when we start the process only we have to switch on the oven to 220 degrees Celsius. So puffs are baked at 220 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes in rotary oven here. Since it's a rotary oven, baking is very uniform and you don't see charring of the products. So once baking is done, we have to take out and cool the puffs before packing them. This is how puff pastry is made. Thank you.